Hello YouTube, this is Chaos Ribbit and this is another episode of Sudeki Grind. Yeah man, finally got us another weapon, and I'm hoping it's pretty good. I'm hoping it is. Really hoping. I'm hoping everybody's having a blessed, wonderful, fantastic day. I'm hoping everything in your day is soaring above the clouds until the moon and back, and everything. Okay, so let's see. We are going to equip. Oh, did we do already? Okay, we got a new weapon. Okay, yeah, as you can tell, there it is right there. We're gonna use it right now, and we're gonna see if it's worth its weight in gold. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably gonna buy. I'm thinking about buying everything. I'm really thinking about buying everything and just, having fun. I really want to be as strong as possible before we move on to another part of the game. And, I don't mind grind sessions. I'm just being honest. I don't. I love grind sessions for what they are. It's just my thing, honestly. So, like before, I will put a playlist linking the original playlist with this and with this and where I started and where I stopped. Okay, so because I'm making the videos first and then I'm going to move on. So So how's everybody doing out there? I'm hoping everything's going great. I know I say it all the time in the beginning, but no, I'm really hoping it's going pretty good. The chainsaw effect, man. Like the chainsaw effect. I'll just look. Like, this reminds me of Chainsaw Massacre. Like, real talk. This Chainsaw Massacre all day. It is what it is, man. I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I need to practice with. Oh, I like how that just came down like that. Like, it turned into a sleep. It turned into a sheath. Okay, I didn't even realize that. That's kind of cool, man. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I made this bad boy strong. I need to practice with him anyway, so I need to get better. I think I'm gonna try to level up one more time. Both characters. Let me see where I'm at though. Before I do that. Is it possible? Ooh, it'd be a tall order. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be a tall order. I think if I really work hard at this, I might be able to pull it off. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try. Yeah, I'm gonna switch up though, cause yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Like, I like the fact that I can just switch up on weapons and call it a day. Like, hold on. Yep, you about to get it. You about to run straight into it. Have a nice day. Bow! I mean, it's gonna be a tall order. I ain't gonna front. It's gonna be a tall order, but I'm gonna try to get this done as fast as possible. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what would be a good subject to talk about while I'm trying to level up one more time. Like something interesting. I'm gonna try to work faster and more efficient this time. That's the only reason why I'm using her. be a good support system.
Come on, people, pick up the pace.
Switch up. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Try to get it done as fast as I can, fast as I can, fast as I can, can, fast as I can, hey, fast as I can, hey, fast as I can, hey, fast as I can, hey. Here for a little while. Some more energy. Ow! Oh wow, that really stayed.
You can't resist my healing kiss.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying earlier. Yeah, I did. I totally forgot. I can't lie. I did. I have to admit it. I forgot. Oh man, I hate it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I really want to. Oh, well, I do want to push the story forward. Completely obliterate. Oh, that's what I want to do. Just want to try to, not waste time. That's what it was. So, try not to waste time as much as possible. Wow, that is hard. Let me see. Come on. Move. Boom. There you go. Oh, perfect. Don't you back up. Don't you back up. That's just messed up. Just gonna back up. Ah, well, it is what it is. It could be worse. You know, but I really want to be as efficient as possible. Because, you know, that's a tall order considering. So, I want to make sure that I am effective. And I know I'm wasting a lot of SPs. So, I got to go and get the stuff done. Which means I'm stuck doing this. At least I got a little bit stronger though. Not a lot, but a little. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really just want to be as effective as possible until... Actually, I'm not going to try to do that here. Just, if I get some more, I'll get some more. Worst come to worst, I can just sell what I have and keep pushing. Because I know that has everything to do with how strong you are and stuff like that. So, I know she's not strong right now, so it would probably be best just to keep leveling up as much as possible, I guess. So I guess they want me to. One more time. One more time. One more time. Okay. Yeah. Means I gotta go back up here. Lovely. It's so lovely. Ah, it's so lovely. So lovely. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, I need. Oh wow, that is not. Yeah, I need $1,000 from him. Roughly $1,000 from him, and wow, like $1,300. Wow, $1,300. Okay, yeah, buddy. Very tall order. Very tall order. Just try to be as efficient as possible, I guess. Definitely check out the order. Yeah, give me that. Sell as much as I can. Sell as much as I can. I must go to the promised land. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me see. What could I honestly talk about? What could I honestly talk about? Like, I'm not spaced out, but I know I've talked about some of the same stuff over and over again. Well, maybe it might not necessarily be anything to talk about, but it's a normal everyday thing. I will say that much. Like, I would say if you need your job that you hate, not a job that you love, not a job that, you know, is cool, you know, and everything, but if it's a job that you actually hate, and even you really hate the job, not like on those jobs, you know, you have to get up in the morning, you gotta go do your job, you gotta do this, that's understandable, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's part of schooling for the most part. You wake up in the morning, you go to work on time, and you come home, and you know you do whatever you got to do in your off time, as long as it doesn't mess up the morning or evening that you got to be back at work. Like, you know what I'm saying. But if you truly do hate your job, probably good to probably leave. But don't leave when you want to. Leave when it's strategically okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't just leave just off the whim. You know, have a plan. Have a plan in place. You know, don't go out there and go like, oh my God, I'm done, and like, come on, man. You know you got bills you got to pay. You got to pay rent and bills. That ain't no thing. You got to pay the mortgage. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay your mom and daddy. You got to pay something. You know, you got bills you got to pay, son, ma'am, daughter. You know what I'm saying? You got bills, you got to pay. You got to pay. You definitely got to pay. Learn as much as you can. And because a lot of times jobs are bad just because of people, not because the jobs are bad. It's usually the people. Not saying that's every job. I'm not saying that. But it's usually the people. Sometimes it's the systems, but, well, about 50-50. You know, it could be the systems that are in place, and sometimes it's just the people. It's like, that are in place. Like, you know. So, You know, do the best you can while you're at the job that you're at, and then when it's time to go, go. You know, because sometimes you do your best, and they gonna still treat you like, you know what? I think it might be time for you to go. You know, you've done the best you could with what you had, so now that you have, leave. I'm not gonna say how, because I don't want to get no trouble. But you know, be smart about it. That's all I can say. You know, work the system. But you know, don't leave. I will say this, but don't leave a good job unless, like, you know, you're trying to progress in your career, and that career is being stunted by, you know, the job that you're at, even if you love it. You know. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to be a doctor, but you love cooking, so you are a chef. But that chef, you know, it's what you like to do, like job-wise, but what your love is in being a doctor. You know what I'm saying? That's your passion, and that's what you really, really want to do, and you can make money from it. And notice I put all that together, right? You know, that's what you really, really want to do, and it will pay bills, and it's your passion. Then yeah, it might be time to bounce. You know, but don't just up and leave. You know, leave the right way, not the wrong way. Because you never know if you have to. The big thing is you never know if you have to go back. Being good. Your times get hard. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying the times get hard. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to leave in good standing. You know what I'm saying? Don't go off and start doing crazy stuff, and then 5 years down the line, oh no, he did A, B, C, and D before he left. Oh, she did that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, leave in good standings, but be, like I said, be strategic. You know what I'm saying? Be truly strategic. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, everybody should be progressing and moving up and moving forward. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's part of the human nature just to elevate. So, whether it's through school, through trade, through knowledge, you know, on the job training, you know, whatever it is, you know, you want to progress and move forward. Whether you just give up years of your life just to be great at your job, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you choose a different career or something that you don't realize. You know, I mean, there's so many stories out there, so I'm not trying to cover them all. Everybody feels great out whatever your reason of leaving, you know, all I can say is don't react, be proactive. Yeah, be proactive in what you do. Man, it's gonna take a minute to level up. I mean, it's not necessarily hard though, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wait until I get down here. Because I don't want to be taking all day trying to level up. Grabs the bucket. Okay, wait, come on. Go. Here.
You will burn in the inferno.
Oh, I got this right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. It is not bad. It is not bad. Yeah, just, you know, and sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's just time to go. Like, Literally, it's time to go. You know, for my job. It's sometimes hard because, you know, you're used to one thing and it's time for a change. And I won't lie and say I am not immune to that. You know, I've had to do it myself. You know, I'm not the most tech savvy person in the world, so anything dealing with computers, I'm pretty much struggling from day one. And I just try my best, do my best, learn, and just move forward. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you show up on time, and, you know, do the work. Sometimes, a lot of times it pays off. Some jobs it can't, of course. But, you know, a lot of times it just pays off just to show up. One time. Oh, yes. Was it? Ooh. Yeah, I can't wait to level this person up. Get to the next level. That's what I'm really waiting on, for real. You know. That I'm actually kind of not necessarily interested in, but just might not seem like it, but yeah. Ow, that's right. Why? I understand that, like, Batman is basically the prep king person, but at the same time, if you really look at it, isn't, like, I get it, Dr. Doom is necessarily, he is a genius, don't get me wrong, but, like, prep time, it's not necessarily all Batman all the time. It's like, well, if Dr. Doom had prep time, he would do. If Black Panther had prep time, he would. It's not like if everybody had prep time, then who would actually win? Like even Iron Man, or Tony Stark, if he has prep time, then, you know, he can do whatever with his suits, and, you know, it's like, you know, it's like. Like, I get it. You know, the prep time king, you know, he preps everything, gets it done, he moves on and calls it a day. It's like, I get it, I understand it, but still, like, if there's absolutely no prep time, would Batman beat everybody? No prep time. Absolutely no prep time. You don't know who this person is, you don't recognize anything. Could you? No. He's a street level hero with a lot of money. No hate on him though. He's a street level hero with a lot of money. Remember, if you realize, you know, Iron Man was kind of mid-level, you know what I'm saying? But people figured, well, at least the writers and creators of Marvel, and because of the Marvel movies, of course. We started a whole revolution of but well, you know, with the movies and, you know, Disney buying them up eventually, and Marvel films and stuff like that, he kind of is like not necessarily the father of Marvel, but it's like he helped introduce a lot of people in Marvel, you know what I'm saying? Tony Stark now. I'm not sure back in the day how he was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm not gonna mention on that because I don't know. But a lot of people basically like, oh, Marvel Universe, Iron Man. Iron Man can beat everybody. Iron Man. You know. Until they get to other heroes, it's going like, no, because you know, because Doctor, you know. Because then you got Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange can beat everybody, but, you know. And you got the Hulk, and Hulk can beat everybody, but, you know. Like, the way I look at, like, comic books is like one big circle. You know, one time one person can beat this guy, and another person can beat this guy. It's like wrestling. Like wrestling is like one big soap opera. You know what I'm saying? Because I was surprised at one time when Spider-Man actually beat the Hulk. That was too surprising, and he did it by tiring him out. Like he literally tired him out. I'm like, wait a minute, the Hulk I know, World Breaker Hulk, Immortal Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think his name was Doc Green or whatever, or you know, like that Hulk, like the guy who can outrun a plane in some cases, like that Hulk. And you talking about Spider-Man tired him out and then knocked him out? Like, I can understand maybe making him laugh, and then, you know, I mean, what Hawkeye did was basically made him, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was World's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers World's Mightiest Heroes, where he made him laugh so hard that he went back into Bruce Banner. That I can understand. You know, that's why they say, like, a lot of times, if you want to take out the Hulk, you know, put him in front of a whole bunch of puppies, because they'd be so happy that he, you know, becomes Bruce Banner. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, like, but, you know, now, they got these, you know, one-on-one battles where it's like, how in the world did, like, on a normal day, without prep time, yes, Superman would beat Batman hands down. But prep time, Bat's got a chance. He knows Superman back and forth. You know, he probably keeps a rock of, you know, kryptonite on him at all times and stuff like that. But you know, but at the same time, it's like, well, you know, he's the biggest and baddest, and you know, of course, Superman is like the big. I mean, he's like, he's the gold standard of what a hero's supposed to be. You know, maximum ability, superhuman abilities, and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, with all these powers and things like that, and then we got, you know, Hyperion, which is like a kind of a rip-off of him, I believe. Is it Blue Marvel's kind of the same thing, sort of like a Superman clone. Not Galactus. Gladiator, definitely a clone. You know, but then even with like other heroes like Plastic Man, you know, Plastic Man could definitely be Superman. Like they in the Injustice universe, he was scared. Yeah, I understand why. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just soap opera. You know what I'm saying? It really is a soap opera at the end of the day. So, I mean, it's always a what if. You know, either because of brain power or actual superpowers or abilities or martial abilities, you know. Like, I would have never figured, honestly, hear me out. I would have never figured. And it's probably because of the Netflix Daredevil, Iron Fist, like the Daredevil Marvel combination shows that came out, that Daredevil could actually beat Iron Fist in a 1v1. Daredevil, I'm not hating on it because he's like I'm sorry if people hear this, but they used to call him a poor man Spider-Man for a reason. That don't mean he ain't tough. Don't get me wrong, he is. But you know, that's how they used to play him most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So don't hate on me. I'm just going on what was said. But even still, it's like, you know what I'm saying. But this is Iron Fist. He's supposed to be like the greatest. You know, like greatest. But in some cases, you know what I'm saying, like he loses to Daredevil. But then when I looked at it, now I'm going off of the TV show. Okay, I'm going off the TV show. And the TV show, I'm not going off of any comics or anything like that. But the TV show, I can see why. Because Daredevil was more straightforward with his attacks. You know, it's like a difference between like a like a karate guy, like actual karate guy, and someone that does boxing. It's a difference, you know. Not saying that like if it's Kyokushin, that's a whole different beast. You know what I'm saying? Like a Muay Thai guy and a boxing guy, pretty good match. You know, of course, you know the whole strikes to the legs. I get that point. What I'm saying is that a lot of martial arts nowadays aren't, when they're being taught, you know, usually taught to kids. They're not being taught to be used in the street. They're being taught for the forms and what those forms can teach you. But a lot of times when like boxing, Muay Thai, even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that, you know, those kind of things, Taekwondo, even, you know what I'm saying, depending on, but I would probably say Kyokushin, karate. I think that's the one that Michael John White. I think it is though. It's one of those, you know, where it's like a combination between like serious martial arts and, you know, but the whole thing of, you know, forms and everything, like if you really look at the fights, look at the, you know, I think it was in Defenders, right, where Daredevil as Matt Murdock went up against Danny Rand without the mask on, which I don't know why they still, to this day, on the show, never just gave the man a mask. Just give him a mask. If you're trying to disguise him, give him a mask. Like, I was looking for that one mask. I don't care if it's just, you know, him wearing that black makeup under the scarf, and like, dude, almost the whole show, he did not wear the mask. I'm like, why? Why? I was waiting on it. Even when the second season, when they finally got things right, you know what I'm saying, which was better, you know what I'm saying, you know, they finally started learning, like, yo, this ain't working, and they did whatever they're supposed to do, you know, but even still, it was like, why? I was waiting on the match. Like, they had it kind of right when he had the hoodie with the yellow, you know what I'm saying, like downwards mask that went over the nose, you know what I'm saying, you know, like a ninja. But it was like, where's the actual mask? Which it was just I'm trying to say this right way. Which was a piece of cloth similar to how Matt Murdock, when he was Daredevil, you know what I'm saying, before he had the costume, he basically wore a all black version of what Iron Fist is supposed to wear without the eye sockets. That's it. I'm like, oh wait, I got it. Blood and Bone. That's what it was. I'm sorry. Remember the movie Blood and Bone? The end martial artist, the end guy who Michael J. White fought, right? If you ever see that movie, just get to the last fight scene. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's really good. But yeah, it was him. He had I think he did like a YouTube video or whatever of him wearing the actual Iron Fist outfit, which I'm still kind of mad. Like, they didn't just make that man. Why didn't they just give him the role? It would have been better. Seriously, it would have been better. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But anyway, but because he had the forms and everything, he had everything. But anyway, that's beside the point, right? So, he wore the whole outfit, like, you know, I think he wore like that tattoo and the scarf over the eyes, and it was on point. Cause that's all it really is. He might wear like a skin tight shirt or something like that, you know, or a green shirt with the dragon symbol on it, and a yellow scarf with the eyes poked out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It was it. Like, that was the whole thing. like, and of course the Iron Fist. So that fist is gonna glow, and then he does his thing. But it's like, how in the world, can Matt Murdock, who is technically blind, right? I get it. It's a superpower because of chemicals, right? Even though he had to train the rest of him, he had to train the rest of the time. But how in the world, in the TV show, when he was wearing the all black outfit, he more resembled Iron Fist than Iron Fist. I never understood that. I never understood it. But in saying that, and I know I went on a whole tangent for like 40 minutes or whatever. Look at the 40-minute time limit. But how in the world, the reason why, when it came to those two, why Matt Murdock beat him was because, why he could beat him is because he was more straightforward and more battle testing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, he was, like, Iron Fist was still stronger, but technicalities, not just, because he was blind, he could see everywhere. You could see it. When he threw a punch, he threw it like a boxer. When he threw a kick, he threw it like a Muay Thai guy. Even though they flipped around too, don't get me wrong. But Iron Fist was more form-based, where Daredevil was more straightforward. Like, okay, if I'm going to throw a fist, I'm not going to do it the whole karate style, which I'm not hating on karate or kung fu, but I'm going to go boxing because his dad was a boxer. Most boxers strike straightforward. You know what I'm saying? When they throw in a jab, it's a simple jab. You strike forward, you turn your hip, you know what I'm saying, slightly, and your left hand's usually out, which I think is a regular form. It's orthodox. Your left side is usually more forward than your right. You know what I'm saying? Where, when you jab forward, you extend your arm all the way out, you turn your wrist, right? And to where your first two knuckles make contact, right? And you're also turning your hips and your back too, you know what I'm saying? To where your right hand is actually coming back towards your head, you know what I'm saying? When you're guarding up, and then you pop back. You know what I'm saying? So when that's why I was like, it made more sense that he won that fight simply because he was more street tested, where Danny Rand or Iron Fist, which I'm not, like I said, I'm not hating on him. He still won his fights. It was apparent. He was more stylistic than practical. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when he fought against Elektra, and he lost them fights, boy. I just said he lost them fights. You know what I'm saying? But it was it was still a thing. But even still, it was different. You could understand why. And don't get me wrong, you probably learned later on how to be better, plus if it was Shang-Chi, it would have been a different question, because, it don't matter which way you come at Shang-Chi, it's you about to get the business, you know what I'm saying? So, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Right on. Sorry. Actually, but yeah, like, it's a thing. Actually, where am I at points wise? I'm so close, but so far. But I ain't gonna hold this no longer because it's gonna take too long to level up. But yeah, this is Chaos Rippet signing out. Because I got some food. This is Chaos Rippet signing out, saying thank you. Have a blessed, wonderful, fantastic day. Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with having your own opinion about things. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as you respect everybody else's opinion that isn't the same as yours. All right. This is Chaos Rippet signing out, saying thank you.